groups, your homepage, wherever you want people to see a lot of value, you can go ahead and share that right now. Again, that website is howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com. Did it do it? Let's make sure it did it. Okay, I got notification that it did it. Let me also hit record. This is how I know. And we're good to go, man. Let's talk about your money tonight. Let's talk about how to create something different in 2023 for you and your family. Let's talk about the things that aren't really taught at all. They're actually passed down from generation to generation. My name is Brian Bean. I'm the proud founder of the Extra Digit Movement. And what that means is basically we show you how to grow your net worth one digit at a time. We show you how to increase your cash flow one digit at a time. Here I was, a broke Morehouse college student in 1997. By 1998, I graduated in 97. By 98, I fired my boss. You guys know I was able to fire my boss because somebody took me under their wings, just like I'm about to show you guys, and showed me how to make money from home. So for the past 25 years, I've been an entrepreneur, working from home. No longer robbing Peter to pay Paul. Peter and Paul were looking for me at one point. I was literally living paycheck to paycheck with a Morehouse degree, and I found out there was something different. I'm going to show you guys some of the wealth principles that actually saved me because I lost my first $1 million when I was in my 20s. Nobody taught me how to keep my money. Nobody definitely didn't teach me how to protect my money. Nobody taught me how not to overpay taxes. Nobody taught me how not to get in debt. So when I made my first mistake with $1 million, right, I recovered in my 30s, and now I travel the world showing people how not to make the same mistakes. So guys, trust me when I tell you, learn from my mistakes. Let me show you guys this formula. It's not hard to understand. It's actually really easy to understand. To get wealthy in this country is not hard. It's not hard at all. But the first thing you got to do is write down this formula: cash, asset, cash flow. Cash, asset, cash flow. You got to take some cash. You got to buy, build, or grow an asset, and then that asset will generate more cash. What most of us are trying to do is take some cash, and then we go out and buy some trash. So you got to ask yourself right now, if we can show you how to get an extra $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month back into your household, what assets would you buy, right? I want y'all to put that in the comments. Now, it's about 200 people on the Zoom tonight. We've reached, upwards of 300, 340, and it's going to keep going up. But I want y'all to hear this. If you had Airbnbs, hotels, duplexes, rental properties, gold, precious metal, fine art, foreign exchange, if you had an extra $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 per month, some of us make 4 figures per day. Everything I tell you, I'm going to show you tonight. What would you invest in? That's what we show you how to do. We show you how to get the cash flow necessary to invest in whatever it is you want to invest in. See, MWR Financial is the ultimate cash flow company. We're going to show you guys 3 streams of income, how to take your current cash flow and increase it. Then we're going to show some of you guys how to create cash flow. And then we're going to show you guys how to multiply cash flow. So for the sake of your notes, just put increase, create, and multiply. Increase, create, and multiply. Those are the 3 things we do. Doesn't matter how you make your money. When you have a founder like Mr. Brian House, who's on his 4th multi-million-dollar company, this is his ride off into the sunset. He doesn't miss when it comes to being $1 million maker, right? He chose Make Wealth Real as his company name because he realized that a lot of this information just is not being taught in schools, and people would never learn this if somebody doesn't kind of pull back the curtains. Here's the good news about MWR Financial. We not only show you how to do it, we actually do it for you. This is not some course where you got to go home and study and send off a bunch of paperwork and have a million consultations and Zooms. And no, you upload the area of your finances that you need improvement in to our experts, and then we help you do that. Now, for those of you that want to create cash flow, I'm going to show you guys how this works too. But just know that Brian House, the president, Andamo Tolson, and myself all have over 20 years of experience in business. Mr. Brian House is the multi-millionaire with the deep pockets. Mr. Andamo Tolson has been a business owner for 25 years, and I'm the trainer who's going to show you guys how to streamline the messaging and make this work for everybody. So here are the 3 things we're going to do again. 1, increase your cash flow. In other words, the current money that you have, why don't we scale it without you doing anything extra, but getting our experts to help you let it stay with you longer. 2, we're going to create cash flow. Brian, how you going to help us create cash flow? Well, I'm going to show you guys, man. We get paid every single day and every single week. And just this past week, here are my real numbers of what's going on in my personal account. Earlier this week, it was 3,000. A few days later, it was 6,770. And a few days later, it's $11,410. Now, let me just freeze. Make sure you guys understand where we are. I'm going to show you how to get that money for those of you who are serious in a second. Right now, that's the create cash flow. So for some of y'all, that's like, look, Brian, how in the world you got a 3,000, a 6,000, and 11,000 just growing every couple of days? It's because our compensation plan pays you daily. I don't have to make this stuff up. None of the slides I created are Photoshop. You can't make up the 20 acres of land I just purchased. You can't make up the ivories and the dream home that they're building right now. You can't make up and Photoshop people retiring off their jobs. New people, I want you to hear me. We're looking for collaboration. We're not looking for Mr. and Mrs. Prove it to me. We're not looking for Mr. and Mrs. Skeptical. We're not looking for Mr. and Mrs. I don't know, I've been there, done that. Who is he? I'm gonna tell you who we're looking for. We're looking for whoever been looking for us. You know, some people have been looking, right? Some people like, God, if you just send me something, I promise you, I'll never, ever, ever doubt your word again. If you just send me something to help me turn that corner, a lot of you guys are ready to turn the corner. You just need a vehicle, a good mentor, some software, and some daily checks. So I'm going to show you guys how these daily checks actually work. But yes, this is my real live account where we put the money in your account every single day, and it can grow by leaps and bounds. So just from one, let's say, what's today, Wednesday, from like Friday to Sunday to Tuesday, it's been an incredible ride. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to get back to that when I show you how we get checks every single day, every single day, every single week. Now, what we do in Extra Digit is show you how to get those checks. You see? So MWR is going to help you with your cash flow. Our organization is going to help you with your income. So I want y'all to do me a favor. I want you to come off mute and I want you to say out loud, the best of both worlds. That's how I know I'm still with y'all. Say the best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
Lo mejor de las dos vidas.
You got the best of both worlds, man. MWR is going to help you get your financial house in order. Now, who are we, Extra Digit? Well, we're a group of average people, to be honest with you, right? I created the name because I went from 3 figures to 4 figures to 5 figures to 6 figures to 7. After having a Morehouse degree and struggling, I'm now a 7-figure earner out of my house. So I looked at what I did to really ramp up. But honestly, man, we're a bunch of networkers. We're a bunch of doctors. We're single moms. We're educators. We're firefighters. We're police officers. We're pharmacists. You name it. Just different walks of life. If you want to be with a group that's positive, upbeat, upwardly mobile, teaching you how we did it, how do we buy land, how do we retire, how are we getting 4- and 5-figure checks, sometimes per week, sometimes per month, headed to per day, then you guys will see how this actually works. So what we do, let's let the air out the balloon. $149. Y'all thought it was going to be expensive, didn't you? Okay. I want y'all to put this in the comments. Membership equals $149. Membership equals $149. So that's the membership. It does everything you see on the screen. Now, Brian, what do you mean by increase your current cash flow? And what do you mean by multiply cash flow? All right, let me break this down for you in layman terms. If you want to be wealthy, everybody on this Zoom can be wealthy. Everybody watching me live can be wealthy. Everybody watching me on the replay can be wealthy. But the first thing you got to do is you got to get your money back from the entities that are stopping you from being wealthy. Do you know the two things stopping most of y'all on the Zoom from being wealthy? It's not your cell phone bill. It's not Sprint versus Verizon. It's not Shell versus Chevron. It's your taxes and your debt. The largest buildings in the world downtown are the banks and the governments, right? There's a reason for that. They're making a statement. The government reaches into your check and takes 30% out. So you don't even realize that the money's gone because we're conditioned to worry about just what we take home. And then you talk certain things like only 2 things are certain, death and taxes, ain't nothing you can do about it. Well, it is something you can do about it. Think about this: property taxes, sales taxes, ad valorem taxes, capital gain taxes, luxury taxes. If you pass on, your family can get an inheritance tax because you left them something. It's all kinds of taxes. Well, if those tax dollars were down and you were getting your money up front, you could tackle the second problem, which is your debt. See, we got firms in place and companies that make hundreds of millions of dollars to help you reduce everything on the left. Reduce your taxes, reduce your bills, reduce your debt. And guess what? We're going to raise your credit score. Now, if we take that money and parlay it over to the right, diversified cash flow accounts, that's like a savings account on steroids. Land banking, private banking, or also known as infinity banking, trust funds to protect your assets and pay less, like down to 5% taxes. And we have a company that can help you manage Forex trading, where we trade for you all around the world. So even when you go to sleep, your money's making money. Who would agree that if a membership can save you 4 figures on average, our membership saves $2,000 a month on average, and you bring it and you're investing 3 figures, $149 a month, would you trade $2,000 a month for $149 a month? And how often would you do it? Now, I want y'all to hear this. That means if 2,000 is the average, some people save 6,000 a month. Some people save 500 a month. Some people save 4,500 a month. Look, I don't care where you fall. You're going to fall higher than $149. The average person, if you don't have a membership like this, is overpaying $600 to $800 a month just in taxes. So here's a summary for you guys to give you guys understanding on what the membership does. I promise you, I'm getting to the daily checks. I know y'all about to ask me. I'm getting to the weekly checks. I know you're about to ask me. Here's what you need to write down. 3 up and 3 down. Now, Brian, what do you mean? Okay, whenever someone asks me, what does the membership actually do? I say it's real simple. 3 things are going to go down. This brings money back to you. Your taxes are down, your debt is down, and your expenses are down. Now, how easy is this process? I'm going to have some people come on and speak about it, but how easy is this process? All right. If you've ever uploaded a picture to Facebook or a picture to Instagram or a video to YouTube or a meme or whatever to Facebook, that's how simple this process is. You upload 2 pay stubs if you have a job. You upload your receipts if you're a business owner, so we can lower your taxes. Your pay stubs are uploaded so we can see how much you got coming out of your paycheck. Our enrolled agents are going to look at your situation, and because now, if you have a job, you got what's called a W-4, we're going to adjust your W-4, because most people have it filled out wrong. That money is going to go back into your paycheck because the taxes are now coming down, because now you get what are called exemptions if you have a business. If you're not in business with us, a lot of times people have their W-4 filled out wrong, so we still can correct it for you. And then your paycheck is going to go up. Now watch, when your paycheck goes up, you now take the new money. You didn't do anything extra for it, but get educated. And now you start tackling your debt. Visa, MasterCard, Discover, student loans, car note. Now you wonder why some of us are 80 to 90%, or some of us are 100% debt free. We took the tax dollars that we were wasting and we applied it to the debt and didn't have to work any extra hours. See, everybody want to make money out here, but they're not being good stewards of the money that they're currently making. We strip you of that excuse because our enrolled agents speak 30 different languages. You upload your pay stubs to the portal. If you're a business owner, you upload your receipts to the portal and we handle it. Now, once we start tackling the debt with that new money, now you shaving. Do y'all know we've shaved like a razor 37,000 years off of our members' debt elimination plans? Like, in other words, the banks would have had us in debt 37,000 more years. We took all that money back from the banks in the past 3 years. Do you guys know in taxes, we have brought back to our members $250 million? That's $250 million in tax savings to our members. Do you guys know you can upload your cell phone bill, your internet bill, your gas bill, your water bill, your insurance, and our negotiators will negotiate your bills down? We've saved our members $10 million in the past 3 years, $10 million. So that's called income shifting. The first thing we're going to do is increase your cash flow with the money that you already have going out before we show you how to make this new money, these daily checks that I showed you a second ago. Let's fix the current issue if you have any. Now, 3 things have to go up. Three things have to go up. What if we took you from a 5 credit score to a 7, from the 7s to the 8s? See, once your credit is up, your debt is down. We're not even a credit restoration company. We added this in as an added benefit because our founder owns, for the past 25 years, one of the largest credit restoration firms in the world. So he threw that in for MWR for free. So what if you could upload TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and your credit scores go up? Mine went from a 734 to a 777 to an 820. Now, I want y'all to think about this for a minute. Think about posture. When I walk into a bank with an 820 credit score, and they see that daily I'm making 4 figures and 5 figures, 5-figure weeks, 4-figure days, and on my way to approaching 5-figure days and 6-figure months, and you got an 820 credit score, do you guys know the bank starts to become your partner and your friend? There's nothing you can't do. That's where a lot of you guys are headed. Now your credit scores are up. You uploaded your reports. Guess what else just went up? Your cash flow. That's the second thing. Because your interest rates are now down. Because your debt to income ratio is good. So your deals are a lot better. Your bills are down. Your tax are down. So for everybody who wants to know, do I have to tell people about this? The answer is no. No. The money that we're bringing you back is your money. You don't have to tell a soul, because people always think, I got to recruit. I got to sell. I don't know nobody. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at that. Have I said anything about anything other than improving your household? Guess what the third thing is that's going up? Your assets. See, the bank is not getting all your interest, and the government not getting all your taxes, and big business not getting all your paycheck. Now you got some money that you can start investing. So for you guys that rent and right now want to be homeowners, now take that money and put it towards a down payment, because we give you the keys to home ownership. For you guys that have heard about Forex trading, but it's a little complicated, right? I believe in making money 365 all around the world, but I just don't want to be up at 5 a.m. when Britain wake up, and I don't want to be up at 2 a.m. when Australia go to sleep, and I ain't got time. But y'all can trade for me and let me wake up to my earnings every day. All of this for $149. So let me recap before I take questions from you guys. So far, 3 things are going up. Your credit score is up, your cash flow is up, and your assets are up, right? That's making money. 3 things are going down. Your taxes are going down. Your debt is going down, and your expenses are going down. You haven't told a soul about it. Now, when I showed you those checks earlier, that's because I was excited and I started telling people how awesome this is. But no, you're not obligated at all. That's the membership. Watch and watch closely. Okay? If $2,000 is the average, you want to figure out where you're going to fall. And the way to do that is to upload your documents and become a success story with us, like Charles and Judith Ivory. Charles Ivory is one of the most humble individuals I've met. Cookie Ivory comes from a background you wouldn't believe. She said there were some nights where she didn't know what they were going to eat in the household. So if you now understand that people from humble beginnings, Charles Ivory lost his job because of COVID. Now, 3 years later, to see them building their dream home from the ground up, I can't make these pictures up. New people, we ain't got no reason to lie about $100 now. Look, this was the foundation. Standing out there in the rain, they so excited, they don't care about storms when your dream coming true. This the foundation. Now, here's the aerial. When the frame start going up, now they're to the point where the roof is on, the sheetrock, and the electricity's in. Now they're getting it wired up for the sheetrock. It's all on the water. My question for you is, what is your story going to be? What is your story going to be? Look, we got a lot of new people on here, right? Before I take questions, I want to hear from some people in Extra Digit. Raise your virtual hand for me. If our experts have increased your cash flow in any way, I want you to raise your virtual hand. Come on real quick and just let us know what happened. Give us the 90-second version, 60-second version. What's your story with your cash flow? All right, raise your virtual hand or your physical hand. On the mark, you say, okay, let's go with Sonia. I see you, Sonia. Talk to me about MWR, how easy the process was. Let the new people know what happened to you.
Hi, Brian. Hello, beautiful people. Listen, I'm so excited because before MWR, my credit score was like 798. Okay, yeah, it was pretty good. But I tell you what, being in the 800s is like 831. So not only did my credit score go up, my cash flow increased as well because between me and my husband, we got back $1,000 per month in our paychecks. So that's $12,000 a year. But not only that, y'all, my assets are increasing as well because now we have the PRAs and now we're in the process of getting our land banking. But a real quick, Brian, I just got to share my testimony. My son, I put my son in the business. His credit score went from 600 to 745. I was just like, so he's ecstatic. So now he's like, hey, mama, I got some people I want you to talk to. So I'm just super excited because as a family, as a whole, we are increasing in every area. Thank you so much to MWR and Extra Digit Movement. I love you all. Thank you, family. All right, y'all have a blessed night.
Hey, wait, real quick, Sonia, how old is he?
My son is 30.
He's 30 years old. So you know I'm building my millennial/Gen Z group. I need to get on the phone with your son so we can show the people looking between the ages of 22 and 37. Okay. That group right there who done bumped their head a few times, we're going to show them how to make it fast.
Okay. All right. Excellent.
Right.
Thank you
Get
so
them in touch with me. All right. I want y'all to hear from Fatima actually won MWR's Testimony of the Month, I believe. Fatima, come off mute. Talk to me. Let the new people know. They don't know you yet, so you got to share that love again.
Yes, how y'all doing? So, yes, he's absolutely correct. I did win the Testimony of the Month for the month of January, which gave me a free month of membership. I also have increased my credit score by 55 points. And I have also gave myself an instant pay raise of $521.
Okay, so I love how you run it down. But like you said so cool. Your pay raise from the pay stubs, you didn't have to work any extra overtime.
Nope.
You didn't have to ask your boss for no raise.
No raise.
You uploaded 2 pay stubs and they did your W-4 and your check went up how much?
$521.
Does that cover your business expense?
Oh, yeah.
Your credit score is up how many points?
55 points.
How hard was it to upload those documents?
It was too easy. Like it was my 9-year-old son could have done it.
Okay, great. You got a 9-year-old son. Fatima, come on, you ain't but 21 now.
I know, right?
All right, cool. Well, congratulations. Welcome to the team. I'm going to keep bringing you on because you're brand new. You got great energy. I love your testimony. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Johnny Porter, what's up?
Hey, man. Hey, Brian.
Talk to me, Johnny. What happened to you, man?
So I actually, I have been dragging my feet on uploading documents because I thought I had to have a couple of things straight. I said, forget it. Let me just upload them. So I uploaded my tax returns and I uploaded the check stubs. And I got in the office this morning at my job and they had cut me a check for about $200 and almost $300 basically. And I was figuring out like, wait a minute now, y'all done shortchanged me. I know payday is Friday, but where's the rest of my money? So I went to try to figure out what was going on and basically went back into January. And I had changed my W-4 had been changed. So I submitted it the day before yesterday. And so they cut me a check to go back and get some of my money. So that means that Friday, I'm probably going to have another pay raise. I just don't know how much it's going to be, but I wanted to make sure they didn't shortchange me on my money. So that blew my mind this morning. I had to raise my hand on this today.
I'm glad you shared it, man. See, when those taxes come down, would you agree now the membership pays for itself? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Not without a doubt. Absolutely.
I want y'all to write this down, guys. The government got you in debt, so they should get you out. Always remember that. The government got you in debt, so they should get you out of debt. Okay? So when the taxes come down, now, Johnny, you going to blow that money or what we going to do? We're going to invest it?
Oh, absolutely. I hate I waited so long. I shouldn't have taken so long, but that's because I was waiting on something else. I should have just followed the plan.
Follow the plan, man. Johnny, why do you think so many people that are brand new, please tell them to get out their head and just do it?
You just got to do it. Just upload it. It's right there. In fact, there's a roadmap to tell you every single step. And when you're done, they tell you what to do next. Just follow the plan.
That's it. I see you. Look, I'm going to keep rolling. Kim, I appreciate you. Gwen, Dr. Regina. Douglas, I'm going to bring you up in a second. I'm going to bring you up on the comp plan, okay?
Okay.
So hang in there with me. I got you in a second. All right, man. So listen, I want the new people to ask me a couple of questions. Here's how I want you to phrase it. And then I'm going to show y'all the comp plan and we're done. All right? So new people, here's the rule. You have to be new. That means you're not in the business. You haven't signed up yet. You don't have a password. You just not really seeing this for the first time. Tonight, you want some clarity on anything I've said so far. This is not for reps to ask me how to do something. This is not for reps to ask me for some advice. This is for the new person who wants to get rocking and rolling and they have a question. So new people, before I get to the comp plan, don't ask me about the comp plan yet, because I'm about to show you now. Raise your hand if you got any questions about the membership. And I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Duncan, who is about to just scale this comp plan. He's doing a good job. New people, going once, raise your virtual hand. Any questions on the membership? Okay, Miss Ellen, I see you. Miss Ellen, I'm gonna raise my real hand. Miss Ellen, you got to come off mute for me, okay? You got to hit that button. You disappeared. I'm sorry, Evelyn. Miss Moore?
Yes.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
How you doing, ma'am? You look great.
I'm blessed. Thank God for that.
That's right. That's right. What's your question?
Listen, hon, I'm retired and on a fixed income. How can this work for me?
Okay, great. So you are retired and your income is fixed. Would you like for your income to become unfixed?
Yes.
Okay, so you would like more money into your household?
Yes.
Okay. You have any debt you want to get rid of?
Well, no, I only have, not really, but what I'm having difficulty with is my mortgage, the property tax increase, homeowners increase, and utilities.
Okay, so what it looks like you could do is get a surge in income from our referrals, because I'm sure, don't you know friends who are in situations like you where their income is fixed but taxes are going up?
Right.
So a lot of people are in your same situation. So what we'll do is in a second, I'm gonna show you how to make more money so you can offset those expenses. That's number one. The second thing you can do, you may not have heard this, but we negotiate your bills as well. So you can use our portal to upload your bills and we'll negotiate some of your bills down. And that way more money comes back to who?
Me.
To you. So when the bills are down, more money comes into your house. When you got more money coming in, your cash flow goes up. So now those things that they do to a lot of people in this country by raising your property taxes, unfortunately, on people who are now retired, that's how they push us out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But I want you to repeat after me, not me.
Not me.
All right. All right. So what this membership is going to do is help you get those bills down, get some income up so that whatever they do, you got the money to cover it.
Great. And I'd like to invest too with extra money.
Now you're talking. Now we got the passive money coming in. So everything you got coming in will mount up way beyond your expenses.
Okay.
All right. A lot of people are retired. All right. I can't wait. I'll show you how it works in a second.
Okay.
I'll take new people. Question. New people, first timers. This your first time on. Going once, raise your virtual hand or raise your real hand. Going twice, I'm about to show the compensation plan. And we are done. All right. I appreciate it. Either I'm doing a good job or y'all are scared. Which one is it? All right, so let's go. Now, some of you guys are ready to invest, like Ms. Moore said. The membership also covers passive income. I want y'all to always remember this. In order to become passive, you got to become active. In order to become passive, you got to become active. So what we've done is rolled out a few ways where now you can get paid on a passive basis. Number one of the ways is called the keys to home ownership. Do you guys know that people that have an apartment, their net worth is roughly $5,000? People who own homes, their net worth is roughly $200,000. There's a big difference between a renter and an owner. That's not a judgment thing. It's just that the owner is building equity. Well, we partnered with a firm that actually in all 50 states can set you up in their program to purchase the home on your behalf. It depends on whether or not you qualify for the bronze, silver, gold, or platinum level. And by qualify, we don't mean credit. We just mean your situation, when you have your consultation with them, will let them know where to start you off. Some of you guys are gonna come out for a minute and you're gonna have to start off at the bronze level. That means you're working your way up to a down payment. That's no problem. Some of you guys are already ready to rent to own. That's where some of your money and some of your habits that we teach you give you credit toward making more money to own the house by having a down payment. Some of you guys are ready for the agreement to get your deed because you got the 10% ready in hand. And some of you guys are actually ready to what? To move in. right? To actually hit platinum status. Your credit is up because we've been working on it, right? Now you got low interest rates. So we're actually going to walk you step by step from renter to homeowner. Now, here's what a lot of people say with a consumer hat. Brian, I already have a house. I don't need that. Brian, I already got good credit. I don't need that. Brian, I don't work a job. I don't need that. Brian, I don't have no debt. I don't need that. You must have forgotten everything I just said. Listen, I got an 820 credit score. I have no credit cards, no student loans, no car. All my cars, I got the titles. All of them are paid for, right? My debt is zero, other than my property, right? And I keep that on purpose. My bills, phenomenal, low. I don't have a job either. The business hat says 300 million Americans do need these services. So what you want to do is put yourself in a position where if you don't need it, but 300 million people do, that's the hat you want to put on. So I make a lot of money every day not because I needed all the services, but because I know a lot of people in this country do. So passive income. What about the ability to get down to a zero tax bracket? Oh yeah. Did you guys know that there's something called common law and there's something called statutory law? I won't get into it tonight. But how do you think the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and the Carnegies and the Vanderbilts and the Oprah Winfreys of the world, right? How do you think billionaires pay so little taxes? They have it wrapped up and protected in trust funds. How do you think people like an O.J. Simpson of the world can get sued for $33 million and he hadn't paid a dime? Because it's wrapped up in trust funds. There's certain trust funds that keep you protected from lawsuit, divorce, and the IRS. That's not tax evasion, just so you know. That's tax minimization. That means if you could keep, I want y'all to think about this. If you had an extra $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year, some of you guys $80,000 a year, some of you guys $12,000 a year, because the trust fund is under common law and not statutory law. So the IRS has no jurisdiction under common law. That's how wealthy people do it. So the trust funds that we open for you, your family trust, your business trust, and your foundation trust set you up to have all your money stay with your family. Do me a favor, come off mute and say, it's mine, I'm keeping it. You got to start claiming this stuff.
It's mine. I'm keeping it.
A lot of people mess up. This is where a lot of people mess up. See, because I named Rockefeller, and I got to stop doing that all the time, and you name the Vanderbilts and you name Oprah Winfrey, you think you got to be rich to have a trust fund. You don't. The person who needs a trust fund is everybody on this Zoom. You one accident. Let's say you made a mistake. Didn't nobody get hurt or nothing, but there's always somebody trying to sue you. There's always somebody on your property that claim they twisted their little ankle on your property. Do you know when you wrap your assets up in a trust fund, it protects you from this frivolous world that we live in of somebody always trying to get your money too. So you don't have to be a billionaire or a millionaire to have a trust fund. It's very, very important that you know that. I learned that about a week ago from the gentleman who does these for us. The average person needs a trust fund to scale and protect the assets that you own right now. You can't tell me that ain't worth the membership. So what does it do? Oh, it's simple. Take your taxes down to 5%. Asset protection, make you bulletproof from lawsuits, divorce, creditors. If something is in your name, it can be taken from you. The rule of the wealthy is own nothing but control everything. Leave an inheritance to your children, no probate court. Do y'all know James Brown was dead and gone 10 years? All his assets were in probate. Do y'all know when Chadwick Boseman, right, Black Panther, when he passed away, do y'all know his mom, his significant other, I believe his wife, took some of the assets, but the government took like 40%. 40%. See, a lot of us don't know these things until we get caught up in it. So that's why you want to start taking advantage of the membership so you can get these things established for your family. Now, the compensation plan is easy. Write this down. $249 one time. $249 one time. In other words, for a one-time upgrade of $100, everything else is the same. You understand? Everything else is the same. It's still $149 a month, not $249, but it's a one-time upgrade of $100. You now got everything in green I've been talking about. You got everything in pink I've been talking about. But now here comes the blue. Here comes the blue. Watch. The first thing we want to do is make your business pay for itself. Let's make your business pay for itself. So what we do is we trigger your first bonus of $5 a day. Now people say, Brian, what's the big deal about $5 a day? I'm going to tell you what the big deal is. Now your 149 is covered. So I make thousands of dollars a day. So now all that's profit. You say that works? You need 3 people to say, I want to do this business. I like this. I like this. I like the money game. I'm ready to go. And you need 1 person to say, I just want to be a customer. So we really don't care which one they choose. Write this in your notes. 3 + 1 equals self-funded. Now the business funds itself. 3 people that want to make money and 1 customer, see this 1 guy over here? And 3 people makes your business fund itself. Now, I got a gentleman I'm going to bring you that's going to come on here real quick. He's on his way to the second level, which is when you help 12 people join your team, not you personally. The team mushrooms to 12. 3 people told 3 people. Those 3 people told 1 apiece. In other words, 12 people on your team. Do y'all know that's $600 a month? Put this in the comments for me. 12 equals 600. 12 equals 600. You mean to tell me, I know people with several rental properties. I don't mind rental properties. I love real estate. But they are happy if they make $200 after expenses. They need 3 houses, a roof and leak, plumbing issues possibly, tenant headaches, insurance, AC unit, heater, furnaces. We get $600 a month with 12 people on our team. Let me tell y'all something. I don't care if that took you a year. It won't take you a year. But I don't care if that took you a year. You heard Ms. Moore earlier. She's on a fixed income. Do you know how she would feel if she was getting $600 a month extra on the side? And she just helped 1 person per month. At the end of a year, she'll have a passive residual income check. But God forbid, they start telling some people. Mr. Douglas, y'all do me a favor, man. Mr. Douglas just came in or just got started in the business. Come off mute. Give him a round of applause. His business is now free. Come off mute. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, Mr. Douglas. I heard you got it done, man. Do me a favor. Come off mute. I just hit the button. Talk to me real quick about how it feels now to have an expense-free business. You're on your way to $20 a day. Hit it one more time. Hit the button. We can't hear you. You got to hit that button again. Come off mute.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay. It feels great. It feels great. I got introduced to this about 2 weeks ago, and the following week I had a house party, and I signed up 4 individuals who want to make money and 1 customer. Just
nice.
Like it was like, oh my God, that easy because I'm a teacher, and I invited co-workers over, and it was like when they sat down and saw it, they saw what I saw, and all you have to do is show it. Just show it, and it's not you have to sell it at all. It's something that they need, something that they want. I'm going to have another party this weekend, and I'm going to try to sign up another 9, hopefully. I got enough people coming that I should be able to do that. But this is real. This is real. I was listening to the comments about the folks putting in for their credit. I was like Mr. Who's that? Just wasting, just do it. Trying to figure out, make sure I have it. I said, you know what? Just do it. I did it. I sent the letters back. I printed them off. They're in the mail. I'm waiting to hear back from them now. It's just that simple. This is phenomenal. This is what I've been looking for ever since I've been doing network marketing. This is phenomenal.
I love it, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Congratulations on a free business. Hey, when you hit the $20 a day after you had that second event at your house, where do you live?
I live in Dallas. Actually, it's DeSoto, Texas.
DeSoto, Texas. All right, so y'all do me a favor before I go. I'm going to show you the big money. Put in the comments all the cities y'all are in from. So he about to take Dallas by storm. Y'all better get ready because he about to take Dallas. Y'all do me a favor, put in the chat all the different cities where we about to take over. All right, Denver, Long Beach, El Paso, Queens, Phoenix, Palm Coast, Brooklyn, Cedar Rapids, Gary, Indiana. Okay, so I'm telling you, man, Mr. Douglas, Mr. Duncan, you are a pioneer, man. I appreciate you. I love the fact that you got a home-based business and you're scaling it, and nothing but the best for you, man. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. All right. I reached out to Miss Tia Glenn earlier. Let me see. I don't know if Tia made it on here or not. Is Tia Glenn on tonight? She may or may not be. If she is, I'm gonna try it next week. If she is, hit the speaker. Space bar. She hit $600 a month today. Going once. Okay, y'all give her a virtual round of applause. All right, she hit $600 a month. We'll catch her next week. Now, Brian, how do we scale it? How do we get paid weekly and daily again? Okay. At the level 2, which is 12 people, you now also earn $300 a week every time your team grows by 6. So think about it. You got 12 people. If just half of them get one, $300 check will hit your account, in addition to the $20 a day that's hitting your account. So if you do that every week, those 6 get one. Another $300 just hit your account. Those 6 get one. Another $300 just hit your account. That's called a performance bonus. We're going to reward the people who step their game up with a $300 check each week. That starts March 1st from now on. So you're getting $600 a month and $300 a week. That's an extra $1,800 a month. And you ain't got but 12 people on your team. Now, Brian, how did you get those checks I showed you guys earlier? Okay, here's how those come. When you hit level 3, this is 36 people roughly in your team. Level 3 is 108 points, which is roughly 36 people. We're all worth 3 points apiece in the system to the computer. Customers and representatives are worth 3 points. So it doesn't matter how they start. You don't care about that. Now you earn anywhere from $30 to $150 per person per day in your team. Let me explain this to you. You're already getting a daily check anywhere from $5 a day up to now we earn $15,000 a day as your organization grows. I know some of y'all don't believe that, but you don't have to, okay? Once you join the business and you start seeing what Mr. Duncan is seeing, and you start seeing what these other guys are seeing, and you buying houses and getting out of debt and traveling the world and buying land, you will start believing us. First, we're gonna make your business free. That's step 1, pay for itself. Step 2 is to build a team of 12, $600 a month coming in. That's step 2. $300 a week every time your team grows by 6. That's step 2. Step 3 is now earn anywhere from $30 to $150 per day every time someone joins your team. So if I'm on level 6, meaning that's how high I've gotten in the comp plan, but you're on level 9, I get $60 per person in my organization, but you get $30 per person because you introduced me. If I'm on level 2, but you're on level 7, no, I'm on level 3, but you're on level 7, I earn $30 for everybody in my organization, but you earn $40 because you're 4 levels higher than me. Now, every day you earn in 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s on everybody that joins your team on all the different levels. Guys, there's not a compensation plan on the planet with such a low price point that pays every single day like we do. Nothing to knock nutrition, not knocking travel, not knocking weight loss. All those things are important. But in 2023, I think people really just want to get their financial house in order and make money every single day showing people how they did it. I'm telling you that right now. This ain't no overhead. There's no shipping. There's no warehouse. There's no storage. You ain't got to take nothing. All you got to do is follow our system. And now you'll go from what I call part-time income to full-time income. 200 a day, 400 a day, 650 a day, 1,000 a day. Then you'll go up to the top 2% income earners in the country, 1,500 a day, 3,000 a day, 5,000 a day, 10,000 a day, 15,000 a day. All you guys to just put those cities in the chat. Do you know y'all are the ones we're talking about? Do y'all know in the next 3 to 5 years, all you guys that are pioneering these different cities, I don't care if it's small as Lakeland, Florida, or as big as Miami, Florida, or Los Angeles. When you pioneer a city and you're the person that helped turn that whole thing around by you just having some Zooms like this, you can change your life and thousands around you, and you'll be at these tiers before you know it. Y'all will shatter my record. I will not be the only person earning 4 figures per day. Y'all can come in on a compensation plan way more aggressive than the one I started with and blaze anything I've ever done. But you got to believe that. So with that being said, listen, I'm going to do another one of these tomorrow. I'm going to train tonight, and we're going to take a break, and I'm going to train you guys tonight. A very important training. Don't miss it. On this same Zoom at 9:30. So I'm going to take a 10-minute break. I'm going to go get some water. I'm going to come back at 9:30, and I'm going to start training you guys tonight. But I will be back. I'll be back here tomorrow at 8:30 for another overview just like this, so y'all can bring some more people back. Make sense? So tomorrow, bring people back at the same time, and I'm going to help you expose this to your people. Tonight, I'm going to show you the steps I use to get to $1,000 a day and how I did it. I'm going to do that in 10 minutes. Everything's on this exact same Zoom, even tomorrow. So during the break, here's what you want to do. During the break, all right? You want to decide, first of all, how much money you want to make, right? You see these text messages? This guy went from 5 a day to 20 a day, and this person went from 200 a day to 300 a day. That's back in the day when I went from 500 to 1,000 a day. So retirement is the goal. Training is what I'm doing next for all you guys watching right here. I'll show you guys these steps and these things that I was able to purchase on the 20 acres of land in training. Here's the decision you got to make. Are you a 2 or are you a 1? And number 2 says, hey, I want that membership. I don't want the daily checks. I don't need the daily checks. I don't want to tell anybody, but I want the membership so I can get the passive income and the current income, or the current cash flow and the passive cash flow. That's number 2. That's the 149. And number 1 says, shoot, for extra $100 one time, I want the daily checks he keeps talking about too. The weekly checks he keeps talking about too. The other daily bonus they're getting now too. That's a one-time $100 and you in business with us. Let us know during the break what you decide. Sign up during the break, and I'm going to come back here in 10 minutes. Whatever your watch says right now, add 10 minutes to it, and I'm going to show you guys a very, very important training that's going to catapult your business in 10 minutes, right? If you don't come back in 10 minutes, you're not serious about training, the business ain't going to work for you. I can promise you that. I'll see the rest of you guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow at the same time with another overview. God bless. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Thank you.